Hello everybody, I am Dr. Akshat Mittal from Advanced Skin Treatment Center, Meerut. Today I will be talking about taboo topics, for example vulvovaginal candidiasis or yeast infections of the vagina and tinea cruris in males. Now coming to genital candidiasis or vulvovaginal candidiasis, Candida albicans accounts for 80 to 90% of these infections. Symptoms are often abrupt and occur a week before the onset of menstruation. The main symptoms are pruritus, vaginal discharge, vaginal burning, vaginal soreness, dyspareunia, that means difficulty in having sex, and external dysuria. So these are the main symptoms. Now coming to vulvitis, erythema, edema, erosions, swelling, and a white curdy discharge that can be wiped off is seen, and pustules can be seen in the lateral wall of the vulva. Now coming to vulvovaginitis, there is vulvar erythema, edema, and a white discharge that can be wiped off. It is usually associated with Candidial intertrigo. In chronic cases, vaginal mucosa is glazed and atrophic. Now coming to the diagnosis part, it is by clinical suspicion and KOH scraping of the vaginal mucosa. Treatment: azole suppositories like clotrimazole, miconazole for 3 to 6 days, azole creams, that is topical antifungal creams, and systemic antifungal therapy, there may be one-shot therapy, are given for the treatment of vulvovaginal candidiasis. Now coming to tinea cruris, also known as jock's itch, it is a very common condition found in males, and we find large scaling, dull red to brown to tan plaques occurring in the thigh area. There is central clearing. There are papules and pustules at the periphery. This is known as dermatophytic lymphadenopathy, and the history may be acute, that is they may be present for a week or two, or the history may be long-standing, that they may present for months to years. It may be associated with long-standing tinea pedis. Treated lesions lack scale. There will be no scaling if the lesions have already been treated with antifungals and steroids. In dark-skinned people, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation is usually seen. In atopic skin or in atopics, the picture is of lichen simplex chronicus, that is the skin becomes thickened and the skin markings are accentuated. And the areas of distribution are the thighs, the groin, and may extend to the buttocks. But the scrotum and penis are rarely involved. The clinical suspicion is same by KOH scraping, and treatment is by antifungal creams and antifungal systemic therapy. So these were in short about these two topics. So why we call these topics as taboo topics? My purpose was to discuss these topics because people hesitate or people do not tell or do not share their disease, about their complaints. एक शर्म रहती है, चाहे प्री एडोलेसेंट गर्ल हो, बॉय हो, ये यंग बॉय हो, यंग गर्ल हो, तो वो किसी से भी ये चीज़ शेयर या कहना नहीं चाहते, अपने पेरेंट्स से या अपने कोलीग से या डॉक्टर को भी दिखाने में शर्म करते हैं, पर ऐसा बिल्कुल गलत है। जिस तरह और रीजन्स हैं उसी तरह हमारे जेनाइटल रीजन्स हैं और हमें उनकी बराबर और इक्वल बल्कि ज़्यादा देखभाल करनी होगी, क्योंकि अगर हम ऐसा नहीं करेंगे तो ये इन्फेक्शंस और बढ़ सकते हैं और फैल सकते हैं। स्त्रियों में असेंडिंग इन्फेक्शंस हो सकता है, पीआईडी हो सकता है। इसलिए हमें शर्म नहीं करनी चाहिए, शर्म लिहाज छोड़ के जो ये हमारे इंटरनल पार्ट्स या प्राइवेट पार्ट्स या जेनाइटल रीजन्स की जो भी प्रॉब्लम्स हैं उन्हें हमें खुल के शेयर करना चाहिए अपने पेरेंट्स के साथ, अपने डॉक्टर के साथ, और उसका अप्रोप्रिएट ट्रीटमेंट लेना चाहिए। इसी के साथ मैं आपसे गुड बाय कहना चाहूँगा। थैंक यू वेरी मच। साइनिंग ऑफ, डॉक्टर अक्षत मित्तल।